They're not in their graves.
Well, hello there, my creatures of the night, and welcome to another bone-chilling episode of Saturday Night Horror Theater! On tonight's bone-chilling episode, we'll be reviewing the Syfy channel original movie, Mansquito. Well, let's get started, ghouls and gals. Mansquito stars this actress right here, this actor right here, and it also stars this actor right here who's doing his best to prove that he is a detective when he is so clearly not a detective. The Mansquito is pretty much what it sounds like. It's a film about a half man, half mosquito hybrid, and the way that happens is that this prisoner is getting transported to this testing facility for some reason instead of getting transferred to prison, where they're going to run some tests on him and attempt to find a cure for West Nile virus. That is pretty much the basic plot for this film. Everything goes wrong. The prisoner escapes, starts fucking busting caps into people, and Mansquito starts from there. The prisoner gets infected when some bluish ooze gets dropped on him, which basically looks like the slime from any Nickelodeon show in the early to late 90s. And I have to say, this film is very, very uneventful. I never thought that I would say that about a film that has a 7-foot tall fucking mosquito walking around. There is literally nothing going on in this film until the last 30 minutes of this film, where the mosquito finally lets loose and starts attacking people and doing stuff. Throughout the movie, the mosquito is kind of stalking the doctor, who also got infected with that stuff, but only on her arm. And I guess this stuff is super fucking potent because it literally just bloop, splashed on her arm, and she's like, "I'm turning into a mosquito!" Which is okay. But yeah, he spends the runtime of the movie stalking her, waiting for her and stuff, and basically all he wants to do is he wants to fuck the shit out of her. That's all he wants to do. That's another plot of this movie. That's a huge part of this movie, where this mosquito guy wants to fuck the doctor.
He wants to mate Tom. That's why he's looking for.
And that's his whole thing. That's why he's killing everybody. He's like, "You guys are cock blocking me." That's him sucking the blood out of them. Which I don't know if these people that made this movie know this, but male mosquitoes don't suck blood. Only the female mosquitoes suck blood. But this film, in fact, does suck, so I guess it kind of balances itself out. Mansquito is the epitome of B movies, but not a good B movie. It's poorly acted. It has some really low budget CGI, and it feels like the Syfy channel just lets these out one after another, and it's the same movie but just with a different monster. And I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, Mansquito's the movie for you. But if you want to watch an actual horror movie, see, I burped up one of the Mansquitos. But if you want to watch an actual good horror movie, watch anything fucking else. I mean, to be honest with you guys, I don't think I've ever seen one good Syfy original TV movie. If there's one that's out there, comment below and let me know what it's called, and I will watch that instead of ever watching Mansquito again. One of the problems that this film has is that it doesn't have fun with its premise. This movie is literally about a killer 7-foot mosquito, and it wants to be taken super seriously, like if this thing could actually fucking happen in real life. If this film would have just took a step back and actually let itself be a B movie and not attempt to be a film that would be released in theaters, it would have been a lot better of a film. Maybe they could have even had a theme song. Mansquito, he's half man and he's also half mosquito. He's Mansquito. That would have been super awesome. I would have fucking loved that. But this film, it wants to be taken so seriously. It wants you to be like, no, this is a serious film. This is Mansquito. We're gonna win the Oscar in 2005, which is when this movie was made in 2005. And it really fucking shows that this was a movie made in 2005 because it has that distinct 2005 fucking CG. It's god awful. This is what we're dealing with here, guys.
I'm telling you, it must have altered his DNA somehow.
That's pretty much the level of CG we're dealing with here. Whenever the mosquito flies, he looks like a flying hunk of shit. He literally does. At one point, I was like, is he a Mansquito or a shitsquito? That's my one per video. That's my one pun per video. I will stop there. I mean, there's nothing really redeeming about this film. I wish I could say that it's an all-out gore fest, that this fucking mosquito is ripping people apart, and he kind of isn't. The only thing that he does is, like, pin people down and go, like, suck the blood out of them. That's all he does. And, I mean, towards the end of the film, like, towards the way end of the film, he finally decides to, like, fucking go crazy and kill everybody, like, in this one hospital scene. And the way that he does it is kind of cool. I mean, he slashes people's arms off, but we don't really get to see any of that. Like, he's attacking people, and then it cuts to something else. It cuts to Officer Dipshit over here while he's talking to fucking porn star scientist over here, and then it cuts back to the mosquito just like standing over a body going. Oh God. I don't know what were they thinking when they made this movie. I would love to be a mosquito on the wall during this pitch meeting. It probably went something like this. Alright guys, so we're here at Syfy channel headquarters and we need to make another shitty monster movie. So what are we gonna do? Well, I know what we'll do. We'll make a movie about a giant 7-foot mosquito and we'll have him do nothing remotely interesting the whole entire fucking time. You got it, Johnson. Print that fucking movie, film it, and put it out on TV. Alright. God. I mean, there's not much I could go into about this film because this film isn't really about much. Like I said, they're trying to find a cure for West Nile virus. The person they're trying to test it on breaks out and shoots people and kills people, and then somehow an explosion happens and he turns into the fucking Mansquito, and now he wants to bone the doctor because she also got infected and she's like slowly turning into a mosquito too. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess. I mean, towards the end of the movie, I just kind of wanted to like squash this movie like a fucking mosquito. God. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about Shitsquito. I mean, excuse me, Mansquito. I give it a 3.5 out of 10. This movie isn't the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life, but it's up there. It's pretty fucking bad. Mansquito is poorly acted, has really bad CGI, has a bunch of plot holes, and it just doesn't do it for me, and it probably doesn't do it for anybody. It's not entertaining, and which should be a really fucking entertaining movie with an entertaining premise. Like I said, it's a movie about a giant fucking 7-foot killer fucking mosquito. How is this not way more fun, way more gory? I mean, they should have just let him, like, fuck the fucking scientist. That would have made this movie a whole lot fucking more interesting, and it would have pushed it into that crazy fucking, like, cult status. I mean, come on. How cool would that would have been if he, like, banged her, got her pregnant with a bunch of mosquitoes, and her, like, stomach pops open, and there's, like, a whole bunch of, like, half children, half mosquito things running around everywhere? That would have been fucking awesome. But they did not do that because Syfy Channel original movies are not fucking awesome. Well, I'm Ryan T, guys, and I'll see you ghouls and gals in the next one.